All right, we are live. I'm on my own and feeling awkward. So hopefully Miss Gail will be in to join us soon. There she is. Hang on.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you hit live already?
I did. Well, it was like the timer was counting down and then it was at 0 and I was like, oh man, what do I do?
10 o'clock. Back in my mansion again.
What's that?
I'm back in my mansion again.
I saw that. I should really build a mansion because, this mess behind me.
No, mine is so bad right now. This is why I have this, because today I'm going to be cleaning this mess up, honestly.
Well, I had taken the laptop and put it up on the shelf in front of me, and then it was like looking down and you could see everything. And I was like, ooh, no. I put it back down. So
like,
I understand.
You're like, maybe not.
Totally get it. Absolutely.
So
all right, hang on 1 second. We're going to have an echo here because I have to, I forgot to open the chat over here. It's just so much easier to watch it on the channel than it is to,
just so much easier to watch it.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, except you can highlight it on StreamYard. That's the only big difference.
Oh, you can? Yes. Yeah. Yes. I know what you mean. There we go. All right. What's new?
Man, I haven't really been doing anything. Been, went on vacation too. So that's, that's what happened.
So the channel that your wedding video is on, is that like a whole new channel? Should I have subscribed while I was there?
No, that is just like, I don't know why, but when I signed up for that YouTube in general, it opened that. It set that up. So I'm like, okay. But then when I created like the channel name, for some reason it created that one too, this one that I have now. So I don't know why that one's there, but I kind of like that it's there because I can go in and like, that's where I have like private videos. It's not like a channel to subscribe under or anything like that. So
gotcha.
No, that was just kind of like a private link that I sent out. So
yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you type in, YouTube / the taco nachos, you still get me. So
taco nachos?
The taco nachos.
Oh, really? Is that something that you've done, or a video you did?
No, I think what happened was that when the kids started watching YouTube, they started I, hey Greg, started a channel with my email. So I don't know if I set it up for them or if they used my email to set it up. But when I logged into YouTube to start like watching stuff, it just came up as a taco nachos, and I stuck with it for a while. And then like after you get 100 subscribers, you can change it. So after I did that, I changed my extension. But if you pull up taco nachos, I still come up.
Okay, interesting.
What is new, Greg? It's been a while.
I know.
I sold something fancy the other day, though. I saw it on Instagram. Now I can't remember what it was.
I miss you, Greg.
Is he going to join us? I forgot to put the link in there. Hang on a second. Oh, man. How do I find the link when I'm live? Invite. There it is. Copy. There we go.
Okay. Shipping policies.
And there's Miss Crystal. Oh. He sold the laundry hamper. That's what it was. I did see that. It wasn't fancy. It was like your grandma's laundry hamper.
That's probably why he sold it.
That's exactly why it's sold. Oh, yeah. I remember those. They look like they're wicker, but they're like plastic and pressed board. I don't know how they ever survived a bathroom in that kind of fabric or material.
I don't know. Pearl Wick brand. Jeez. You find the best stuff, Greg.
Yeah, so random. So random. So I
What?
should be packing orders right now.
So how's Whatnot going?
I'm really good. Um, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 more packages to get out today. I did, I got sick of listing all those beads, right?
I saw yeah, I saw something come up that you were doing an auction for the Pandora beads.
I did.
How did that go?
It went okay. I'm already way in the profit on all of those. So I was starting them all at $8 and I brought in about 640 on 6 beads. So, an average of $10.
Okay.
Um, I was sort of frustrated. There was one person that said, "Hey, my account's not going to let me buy anymore. I'll be back. I'm going to go get a prepaid card." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. You do what you got to do, right?" And they have the USAA bank where you only have so many transactions a day, and
Mm.
they knew they were at their limit, but they kept bidding. And so it came up that their, payment didn't go through. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to put this in my store. You can buy it now whenever, you get back. I sent them a message. Hey, it's, the buy it now listing is ready for you. And they never bought it. And I'm like, well, I'm shipping stuff now. And that would have been like the highest price speed.
Oh, of course.
So I was a little
Hmm.
frustrated with that. And I don't know how to, or even if you can block buyers on Whatnot. Hey, Jen, good morning.
I don't know. Morning.
Jen might know. Do you guys, Crystal, are you on Whatnot selling? I'm wondering if we can block any buyers just because they're irritating.
I
They
think
had,
you can.
hmm?
I think you can. I want to say I came across that.
I'm gonna have to figure out how that really made me mad.
Well,
Um,
it was like that smartwatch that I sold for 80 bucks or
yes.
whatever. They canceled, and then when I re-auctioned it, it went at 25, the starting price. It was just like,
Yeah,
oh.
I remember that.
She says you cannot block buyers yet. Hmm.
Okay, you can only remove them from your auction. Yeah, I did have to remove a troll one time.
You know that lady never came back to me about the socks that I didn't know which ones she ordered. I went ahead and sent her the order that I knew she had won 3 auctions, right? So I sent her the
Yeah.
2, and she hasn't read the message yet, I guess, because she hasn't responded and she hasn't said anything. So,
I have a trinket box here that I don't know who it belongs to because it got mixed up in the shuffle of packaging. And I have a set of salt and pepper shakers. And I'm going to send out the salt and pepper shakers because I am like 99.9% sure they belong to this one lady. And she's just not sure if they're hers or not. And I'm thinking, okay, so we're doing the non-descriptive auction where it's pick one, pick two. But this was like the most desirable set we had that night. And so I'm
hmm,
kind of surprised that she doesn't remember that they're hers. And nobody else has come back and said, hey, I'm missing those.
yeah.
So I think I'm just the salt and pepper I'm going to go ahead and send to her. This little trinket box, like I have no idea who it belongs to. And I've posted like in my stories, I've talked about it in my shows and nobody has claimed it. I don't know what to do with it. And I sold that before they started the messaging system. Like they started the messaging system maybe like a week after I started. And I had
Hmm.
already sold this box and there was no way to message anybody at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So just keep holding on to it. I wonder if there's like a limitations, like a time frame before they can come back.
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I think I would know if I was missing something I paid for.
I would. I mean, but
But
did
I know a
you?
lot of these shoppers buy a lot of things and watch a lot of shows and they'll watch multiple shows at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's what's going on. Like they just don't remember, which
Yeah.
I feel terrible about it though, you know.
Yeah.
I did find the salt and pepper shakers. For some reason, we got off by a number somewhere, and um, the set that I have does not have a number that matches anybody's order, which is part of the problem. And then there was a set of chickens that was in one lady's box, and she messaged me and she said, "Hey, these chickens aren't mine." So
Boy.
I messaged like 5 or 6 people that were in the auction that I thought might have bought the chickens, and somebody said, "Yeah, those are mine." So I sent her a label, she printed it, and then sent those out. So at least we got the chickens
Thank
to the right
God.
home, right?
Oh my God.
But that means that that lady that got the chickens is missing a set, and she doesn't know what they were. And so I just sent her a set that kind of goes with some other stuff she bought.
And she was okay with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was
Well,
super
good.
nice about it, which is, I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just a disaster. I mean, it wasn't a total disaster, but it was the worst one. Okay, so you
Have
can
you-
flag a user. If Whatnot sees any foul play, they can ban them. If you see a buyer enter your stream, you can remove them before they have a chance to buy anything. Okay. So Greg said it's really cool to hear you're selling and Whatnot. Don't think the market would be there on the app for those categories with different things. So I'm selling in what's called the estate sales and antiques category. So basically anything vintage decor. Um, I'm not making as much on Whatnot as I would if I sold them on eBay, but it's moving inventory. I've got such bulk. I'm okay with letting stuff go cheap right now. The Pandora beads, it was fair prices. I mean, I can't complain about it really. For the amount that I moved and the amount of time that I moved and the amount of time that I've had them, I'm okay. Like it
yeah.
was fine. But it's not. Now I did get top dollar on that Swedish vase that I did not know was worth anything.
Yeah.
Um, I got I did get 300 for that on there. Pandora beads are jewelry. Yeah, yeah, they're like they're called slider charms. So they go on a charm bracelet, but they're a big chunky bead. And they're all sterling silver on the inside. And then some of them have glass on the outside and some of them have enamel. So like, excuse me, I had one that was like shaped like a house and it said Santa's house on it. So there's all kinds of themes. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I just drank a bunch of water. Um, there's a lot of Murano glass. There's a lot of art glass in there. So yeah, I mean, they retail probably $25 and up, but mine are all used. I mean, I put them through the sonic cleaner and polished them before I sent them out, but I don't think people care that they're used. So where was I going with that?
Well, I think I had talked about the person who didn't say anything about not getting their order.
Yes.
So did you
So
figure out like going forward on your new auctions? Are you trying to screen record or what are you doing to keep track
no,
of it?
I'm writing it down. I'm just
You're
taking the time
still
to write it
writing,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you able
And
to
actually
see
I
during
did
the live if you actually could do the recording?
say that again.
Were you able to confirm while you were doing your own auction that
I
you
did
could
not try it.
record it? Oh.
I didn't try it. Totally forgot about that. I was so focused on making sure I wrote everything down. I didn't even think about that. Um, so I decided because a couple of the channels on there, and I get a pretty good audience numbers wise. I'm running anywhere between 30 and 60 people in my shows, which is great. So I decided to try some Roseville pottery. I advertised it ahead of time. They're not expensive pieces. They're Roseville. They're antique Roseville, but they're not what you see on Antiques Roadshow. Let's just put it that way. I
Hmm.
checked the prices on eBay. I started them high, and I had 3 vases, and I ran them as choice. So I put them all up, started it, ran them as choice, and the last piece that was remaining had a chip in it. And I, explained there's a chip on the bottom. So, it's not affecting the look of them. And the person that I bought the first two pieces says, you need to take the price down to half at start. And I was like, no, I don't.
You need to stop telling me what to do.
Mm-hmm. I said, I'll discount it at the start, but I'm not going to take it, down by half. Well, that last piece sold for more than the other two pieces.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that that person, like, it wasn't a statement, it wasn't a question, it wasn't a could you, would you, maybe you should, hey, there's a chip in that, condition, kind of like, it was a statement, you need to. And I was like, probably not.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Recording sounds convenient to not have to write everything down during live. If you're live, it'll suck to spend in the 2 hours you're watching it. Yeah, and you can record it in short clips, and I don't think my phone's going to hold 2 hours of video. I mean, it might. I don't know Tim got me loads of storage on this one, but I don't know that I want 2-hour videos on there.
Yeah, but also if you had like certain ones already preset with your images, those are like obvious. But if there's like, oh, I think I'm going to run this one, let me weigh it real quick. And, okay, that's a special one. Maybe that would be the one you'd record, like those one-off rather than every single one. And if they're auctions like mine, it's only like 10 recordings.
Yeah.
But Greg, we were just talking about like at the very end, how it'll say like Gale 1, and then if you hold the image up to the screen, then if you just hit record or even did a screenshot, then it would show who won it and what the item was.
Right.
So. All right. Come on.
I was wondering who was going to give us grief first. Was it going to be Ken or Lisa?
You need to blame Ken. I mean, Ken, you need to blame Aaron.
It was my fault. You know what's 100%. Funny? I almost did it again today, and I'll tell you. Hey, Ken. How are you?
ladies. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're great.
Man, Gail's moving up. Look at this palatial estate.
I know.
Working from today.
Trust me, it's way more pleasing than what you would actually see. So.
I know. My office is like a wreck.
Well, I mean,
at least you've got some organization appearing to be happening back there. So
it's like just right here. If you could see over here, you'd be like, you would be disappointed in me.
There's
Aaron,
what it actually looks like.
Around boxes.
I'm not even sure if I can.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to see the reality? So those are my air pockets. That's recycled paper. There is a box of glasses. That's an empty box. There's bubble wrap. And then underneath of that is 2 bins deep of stuff.
Yeah, it's a mess in here for sure. So what's the excuse?
In my defense,
I
had a private pick to go to.
Oh, well.
Yeah. She wasn't aware of that in advance, I think.
No, I wasn't. No, I got a call that morning.
And you found good deals, good items?
Yes. Yeah, it's my lady that calls me all the time when she's got estate sales ready. She lets me go through first. So I can't not go.
Well,
right?
I will accept a private pick as a valid excuse for my week-long depression.
I appreciate your understanding.
Aaron was like, I forgot about it, actually.
I did. I was so excited to go to that pick. I totally forgot.
Well, yeah, like I say, I just was depressed all week. I worked so hard to meet my goals. Now I'm going to run you down on my podcast that I'm recording later today.
Yeah,
so
give it
you
to
got
her.
that going for you.
Oh, man. Look what I got myself into.
No, but hey, overall, I will say
Yes.
it was great. I was consistent in my listing every day, which with reselling and well, I should say eBay for sure, is that consistency of listing every day. There's nothing that beats that, no matter what items you're buying, whatever you're
Right.
working with. If you consistently list, so I was doing that every day, meet my goal, exceeding my goal every
Yeah.
day, and I was finishing my goal. I was going to do that on the show on Wednesday. I'd have something interesting to talk about and do, and so
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the whole point of the goal, or I know it was to kind of get us motivated to do better than we've been doing. So I think it worked because I did a whole lot too. Like I was ready. I didn't meet my goal. I was shy. Like, well, I got confused, right? Because I knew how many I listed, but then remember I was saying, well, if some sell, then you have to list that much more to get, because we were looking at the numbers listed versus sold.
Mhm.
So every time something would sell on another platform, then it would look like it
yeah,
had sold on eBay. So
Yeah.
anyway, I didn't quite meet my goal, but I was very close and I was like banging them out. But one lesson I've learned is I was doing little things like this cheap jewelry and stuff,
mhm,
and those don't really move. So they
Yeah.
don't move fast. So even though I got a lot of listings, they're not quality listings. So that's something I kind of took from that I need to work on that.
yes, I have been learning that too about quality listings. Just kind of going through and running sales, deeper discount sales on items that have been in my store for a long time. All my
Hmm.
new stuff that I list just seems to turn over really good. I've been had really good sourcing lately with yard sale season in full
Hmm.
swing, and just really picking up some good stuff. And well, what happened to
Awesome.
me, this was a good thing. Do you ever run send out coupons on eBay? I'm talking eBay.
Yes.
You ever send
I've
out the
received
coupons?
them, but I've not sent them.
I've done that in the past with very minimal success, but I went through and I set on Wednesday, I think it was the when we started the challenge, and I didn't get anything listed that particular day. I was prepping stuff and comping and taking photos and stuff. And then Thursday, the way that I do my sales and all of that stuff in my store, I kind of go from Thursday through Sunday on a sale, and then Sunday through the next Thursday. And that
Okay.
Thursday, I sent out a coupon, just like a 5% off to previous buyers, anybody that's done that,
Okay. Yeah.
bought from me in the past. And so before I could list a thing towards my total, one person bought 14 items
What?
from me.
God.
It's it's like I'm already in the hole by 14, which was cool because they had sent me a message and said that they couldn't they couldn't apply the coupon. They couldn't figure out how to apply the coupon. Would I give them a refund for the discount amount if they couldn't figure it out? And I figured, well, that's good. It couldn't have been a scam because the coupon only went to previous buyers, and I recognized the name from something they had bought like the previous
Yeah.
month. And so I said, yeah, sure. But then I went and I told them how to do it. And then they started asking me about shipping. They said the shipping says it's $115. Do you discount on high shipping? I'm like, what what item are you buying that I have that's $115 for shipping?
Was it the
And
total?
if you let me know, I'll look at it and see why the shipping. Well, then they listed this whole list of 14 things that they were buying. I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
All that
Like,
shipping added up.
I appreciate it. So yeah, so I discounted the shipping, which was actually the true shipping was only like $45 or whatever. It was coming up at like 115. So that really sealed the deal right there.
Hmm.
And so, but all of that consistent listing from our challenge did make for great sales. I had consistent sales. Well, I have been because I've been keeping up
Yeah.
on my listings. So
That's
that
good.
I will
So
thank you for that motivation anyway. But
you know, like if your items are on sale, I don't think you can apply a coupon. Were those items on sale that they were trying to buy?
yeah, they should have been.
Yeah,
No,
that's
But
why
it
they
does.
couldn't
a
apply the
lot of
It's,
them,
coupon.
Aaron, that's not correct. It does apply on sales. It doesn't apply on offers.
Oh,
So, like, if you make an offer for 10% off and then you send them a 5% off coupon, they can't use it with the 10% off offer, but they can if it's on sale.
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I
because
must
I've
have had
had
mine
people
set
using
then
it.
not to work on sales because mine was not working on sales.
Yeah, mine seemed to work as as long as they put because they've purchased the item and they put that code in the cart
Mm-hmm.
and it seems to take it
It
off
worked
and
for them. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe I just
so
set mine up that way then.
Ken, how are you sending? Like, I did, I have one that's 10% off, and I go through like all the ones that have left me positive feedback and send them the coupon.
Mhm.
But I only do it for selective. Do you do like all customers that have bought in the past? Or like,
I,
do you have like a all button that you're using?
yeah, you can set up buyer groups
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and in that buyer group you can get folks that have just been say in the last 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
people that were 30 days or more or everybody, and so you can set up that group, and that's how. So I did everybody that had bought something
Oh, you
30
guys
days
are sending
out.
out coupons. So I did a store coupon. I didn't send it to individuals. Okay.
Yes,
Got
I've
it.
done the store coupons as well, the extra, like an extra 5 or
Mm-hmm.
10% or whatever's going on, and I've had, moderate success, I would say. I get a few extra sales
I would
with the
definitely see
coupon,
people
so
using mine, but it wasn't any better than putting the store on sale. Yeah.
and when it shows up, it's just like when I buy something on Amazon, and you
Mm-hmm.
always get that little save an extra 5% when you
Yep.
click the little box. When someone's looking at your item and you have that store coupon,
Yep.
that's, every item they look at, that little red tag that, save extra whatever percent off. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just another way to attract people to, buy something. If I think
Yeah.
I'm going to get more, if it's already on sale and I'm going to save a little more.
Right. Yeah. Good idea. I've done the coupons and not gotten anything. Like
Hmm.
offers to people who, not offers, but coupons to prior buyers and not, I mean, unless it just doesn't let me know, I haven't seen anything.
You can go into your promotions and see what sold on your coupon.
Yeah.
Is that the cat?
Yeah, all that jewelry that Greg gave me or sent me, I have the boxes on the windowsill and
Yeah.
she's sunbathing. So, of course, yeah, she knocked it over. So I told you guys I'm toilet training my cat, right? Speaking of which,
No, you did.
Okay.
look, phase
We can't see
oh
it. Oh my
phase phase one, kitty on the toilet, but that so it's a system called the litter quitter. I've had it for
Yeah.
a long time and it's kind of shaped like a toilet with these inserts, right? So I have it currently where the litter box used to be. And so they're using that and the insert is just like, whatever. So then you move it in like then to the bathroom where you're eventually going to have it and then you move it onto the toilet. So I have trained Chloe before to get on the toilet, but the after so many weeks of them doing that, then you take the insert out, put a new one in, and the new one has like a hole,
Mm-hmm.
right? But litter still. So she would do the number one in the hole or on the litter toilet thing, but she would poop on the floor, right? Like, so she's like, no. So anyway, but the problem with a lot of people
I've done
had
that.
was the system has like the hole for the next phase is this big, right? So they now have a multi-cat one where you can add an insert where the hole is this big. Because I was always thinking the hole's too big. It's confusing them. They don't like that. So anyway, I'm retrying it because we want to travel with our cats when we're gone for a couple of months. So
Okay.
we're gonna see if we can get them doing it. They're using that little box or whatever, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, did you,
Okay.
Greg? Yeah.
That's all I need is someone else taking up bathroom space and time.
Well, my
Go in there,
bathroom's
now
going
the
to be
cats
tied
are in
up for
there.
a while, but I tell you what, if I could just walk up and flush instead of scoop, I'm all about it. So,
Yes.
Okay. Is Paul going to tell us more about this secret, or are we just getting a
It's a secret.
clue that there is a secret?
well, you might have to watch the video to know.
I guess so.
Kidding.
But you said you have to wait till the end of July.
Well, it's a little bit of a
I don't
wait.
think I want to know about that and have to wait.
Anticipation.
And
Okay,
patience.
so Lisa says I do both store coupons, customer coupons, and sales, and the sales work best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm still trying to figure out that running the sales, like if you do multiple percentage offs in the
Yeah.
same sale, so you got a 25, a 30, and a 40. It seems like it wants to show up when someone's looking at it, like it's save up to 20% or 25, whatever you put.
Yes.
And it's like I want it to say 40% so that they keep looking at the items. And
If you put one item on 40%,
well,
it'll
they
say
shouldn't.
up to 40%.
Yeah, I don't know. It just is. I'm still working through all that. It's just like,
Do you want me to show you?
sure.
No, 1 second. We'll run through that real quick. I gotta remember to share screen.
Get big storms last night.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys had it worse than we did though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen rain in forever.
Yeah, it had been pretty dry here for quite
Yeah,
a while.
we needed. I was
However,
about to have to start watering the garden. I was not happy about that.
my favorite weather condition is the drought, though.
Is
Day
it?
after day of hot, dry weather.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, it's predictable. You don't have to mow as often.
You don't. No, we have not had to mow in quite a while.
Yeah, but your flowers are mad at you.
right,
Flowers,
so-
It's kind
good
of
one.
annoying to have to go outside and water all the plants in 100-degree high humidity weather.
No, we don't. We just let them die here.
Well, what I do is just not plant anything. So,
All right, so you're gonna go into your marketing promotions
yes.
and create promotion and event sale markdown.
Yes.
So here's where you add your discount levels.
Yes. Mhm.
So if you put even one item up here on 40%, let's say we do 30 and 20, and then you're going to go down here at the right and select your items
Yeah.
and select items again.
So, okay, those two things right there. Go back one. if you
Yep,
can.
go back one.
So
Okay.
you got the one that's 500 items on a promotion.
That's the one you got to use to get those multiples.
To use the multiples. So here's what I think happens is I'll run two different sales at the same time. Okay.
Mhm.
Most of the time, the way that I price my items, I price them a little higher so that I
Right.
can always be running like a 20% off sale. When you use the one on the right there, the create rules,
Yeah.
it will automatically, or there's a little tick box that'll automatically include newly listed items.
Correct.
And so I'll do that first one, 500 items and I'll select, like, say if something's been in the store 120 days to however long at a certain price range, I'll do that for, say, the 40%. And
Right.
then I'll go a little bit less for things that have been in the store less, blah, blah, blah. And then everything that's left over that's not been out in time, I create another sale using the rules,
Okay.
so
So that
that it,
when you create separate sales, that separate sale is not going to show that up to 40% off. Only the items that you
yeah.
selected under that one sale are going to show up to 40%.
But let
If
me
you
look
have a
at
different
some of them.
promotion, it's going to have a different title.
But it seems like the ones that I have right now that have been in the store for a while, I'm trying to find something. Talk amongst yourselves.
But if you use that select items option, anything that you put in this sale, so it'll say up to 40% off by the time you get done. So you select your 40s, you confirm your selections down here, and then it'll give you the option to do your 20s and 30s here.
I think what my problem ended up to be, why it's only saying like a 25% or what, I forget what ranges that I had on it,
Mm-hmm.
is there's also that little tick box in there that to exclude items that are
Yeah.
on sale. And because I have some of the same time frames, let's say 180 days plus, 120 days plus,
Yeah.
between this price range and this price range, and then the other one is also in 120 days. And I think this time I clicked on that exclude items that are on sale, and it defaulted to that
Right.
lower number. I
Yeah,
think that's what
it is
happened.
going to ask you along the way somewhere, which one do you want to be the first one?
And then on that same screen that you were, or well, when you were looking at your promotion screen.
Yeah.
Man, I came here to give you grief, and look at all the, I ended up getting some knowledge dropped on
So we're just going to cover you up
me.
with litter box chat.
The little robot.
Okay.
If you're
Sorry.
looking not on that screen, but just go to like your list of promotions.
Okay. So I don't have any running right now, but I can pull up that screen.
So if you
So your
did
list
have a
of,
list
so
of
these are
promotion,
some old ones. So I've
okay,
got one draft. That's the one we just started. So that one would say save up to 40%.
so on the far right where it says display priority,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't ever, only if I'm running like a coupon or something like that will it allow you to click something
Right.
in that column.
Right. Because I don't have anything that's going to take priority over another sale right now because none of mine are running. But if you have two sales running, it'll tell you
But
you
it
have an
only
option.
seems to come up on the ones that I do the coupons,
Mm-hmm.
and not just regular sales, like
Yeah.
my regular 20% off, or even the multiple one that had 25, 30, 40%.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't know.
You can
That
see like
column
this
just,
was a markdown sale. That was my 65% off sale. That was the best one. I had 6 sales on that. See, the rest of mine are 1, 0. Some of them, these are not complete sales. They didn't run the full length. It was like an error or something.
65.
But I'm just getting like one sale, one sale, one sale.
sales. Yeah, average order size. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'm pretty much doing the same thing that you're doing. It just, I think because I clicked that little tick box this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of options you gotta wade through to make sure you got everything set up the way you want it.
Okay. back to the regularly scheduled program.
I know this is like helpful. I came in thinking I'm going to clean up. I'm going to, I've got 2 listings done while y'all were talking, but I'm like, I was going to clean up, and now I'm like looking at my coupons and sending out coupons. And I'm like, I'm getting distracted.
I need to go. I need to pull this order here real quick and pack while we're sitting here. Yeah. That's what I should be doing, because my whatnot's got to go out today. And I've got another pick to go to here in a little bit. I got to be done by 1.
Okay, fine. So, are you doing?
That's when they're expecting me.
Are you doing like a set number of listings you've been trying to do, Ken, for the challenge and going forward, or what?
I don't usually go by like a set number or a dollar amount or anything. I just start listing, all the stuff that's in the pile. I'll either grab a tub, or I'll, especially new stuff. I've been trying to be really good at everything that I buy outsourcing on the weekend. I have that all listed by the time I go out again.
Okay.
And that's
Makes sense.
been working pretty decent, unless it's something that's a little more difficult.
Like 300 beads.
Something, like 300 beads.
Those are the ones that I put off listing, and then I still have this rule that everything I buy I'm going to list. And then there's that, I buy the complex things like electronics or whatever. It's like, oh man, I got to test that. So then I put it on the shelf, or, and it's a mess.
Like those cassette tapes that you had to look up that got you a lot of money.
Yeah.
How long did you have those?
I don't remember. Maybe a year. And those were easy to list. I just forgot I bought them. They're little cassette tapes, right? I
thought you were having trouble looking them up.
No, I just never got around to it. But the things that, like when I buy a printer and I know even if it doesn't work, the value's there, I'll buy the printer, and then it's like, well, the value's even more if it works, right? So then you want to test it, but you can't test it because apparently you don't have toner. So then you got to order the toner, and it's just like a rabbit hole for sure. But that's okay.
That's why I just
all of those electronics that I've had that are just worth a lot of, and it pains me every time when I finally get around to testing something, and then I list it, and in a couple of days it sells.
Yeah,
it sells.
Yeah,
and it's like, I could have had this money a long time ago.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about the $300 vase.
Yes.
I bought this vase, and I must have looked it up when I bought it. It was very clearly marked. I forgot. I don't even know where I got it. I thought I got it from my lady that does the estate sales, and I asked her about it. I was like, which house did I get this from? And she's like, I've never seen that. And I was like, oh, great. So I have no idea where I bought it from, but I had to have looked it up. So anyhow, the color caught my eye. The shape was weird. And when you picked it up, it was heavy for its size. I mean, it really was. So I thought, well, I really like it. I'm going to put it on my, on the mantle in my living room. And it didn't work with the rest of the stuff I had in there. So I just put it back on the shelf in here. Totally forgot about it. I don't even know how long I've had it. I'm guessing at least over a year if I forgot about it, right? So I put it in this whatnot sale where stuff was selling, I don't know, like around $20, right? It was good stuff. Well,
is this the one you were telling about that somebody in the chat knew what it was worth, and that's why it went up so high?
Yep.
Yeah. So they had searched it while we were on there. While we were on the live, they looked it up because I showed the mark on the bottom, and then there was like, I don't know, 6 things on the screen. We were doing buyer's choice. I showed something, I set it down. I show something, I set it down. This.
She freezing up?
Oh, she's froze.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was me or not.
Oh, nope, it was
Yeah,
me.
okay. Yeah,
All
$300
right, I'm back.
Lisa.
I was gonna
Hey,
say I was
Shay.
gonna.
Hey Shay,
Um,
good morning.
What's up, Shay?
so it's like going up and up and up and up and up, and I was like, "What is going on?" And somebody put in the chat, just look that up. It's $1,000. I'm like, "There's no way." So while people are like bidding, I've only got like 30 seconds on this run, right? Like I googled it real quick. Well, the large one is $1,000. This was the six
Yeah.
inch. So I got a little over 300 out of it. And honestly, I looked on eBay and it wouldn't have gone for much more. So this gal that got it was a collector, and the person that was bidding against her was a collector. So they weren't
Ah.
looking, for
To
something to
go.
flip. So I got
Yeah.
full retail out of it, but it was because they knew what it was,
Yeah.
not because I knew. If I knew that, I would not have ever put it in there. I'd have put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky to have had
Oh yeah, Ken
two
was there.
buyer, two collectors in there.
Right.
Yeah. The funny
Yeah, I
thing
was.
was, like, later, like, that was the same night I had a troll in there, and so another item started going really high, and then we were all like, that's not it's the same person just running that up."
Uh-huh.
So,
Lisa said there she had a whole trunk full of Monster High
mm,
dolls that she needs to go
missed
through.
that
Yeah,
one.
I love Monster High dolls. I buy them any opportunity, but I agree with her. They can be painful. I bought this one set of them. There was like, I don't know, maybe 25 dolls
Yeah.
or so. And they
Um,
were they were all perfect. They all
Mm-hmm.
had their original outfits and such, and I started listing them and they went like crazy. So I threw it out on Facebook on one of the local groups. Hey, if anybody has Monster High dolls, I'm looking for those, let me know. And someone contacted me and I bought another like 15 or 20 dolls that for really cheap. They just wanted to get rid of them because their kid didn't play with
yeah.
them anymore. But that kid played with those dolls. I don't think there was one that had the correct outfit on. They were all switched up, the shoes, the boots. So it was very hard to research them to find
Yeah.
out, what year, what
Mm-hmm.
series they were from, and I just kind of feel odd undressing and dressing, you know, dolls.
The
Just,
quote of the century.
there's a weird, and then Monster High dolls suck because all their hands, like their fingers and stuff, stick out like this, and you can't get them little
Yeah.
sleeves on there. I had,
Yeah.
I may have had a GI Joe when I was younger, but one camouflage jacket and that was it.
Right?
Yeah. I actually had bought like, I don't know, it was like about 15 dolls for about $30 from someone that was, I don't know, it was like 30 or 40 at a garage sale. And they're like, oh, she really wanted to get more. We spent a lot of money on those. And I was like, well, think about it. That's all I'm going to pay. And they were fully dressed, accessories and everything. And I started to look some up, and some I was like, well, they're only valued at like $10. So I just took a picture of all of them. Like I set them all up, accessories, everything. And I did it like $100 and they sold like instantly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe there was a heavy hitter in there,
Yeah.
but
There's a lot of them. I've sold a number of them, in the 40, 50, $60 range.
yeah,
And it depends. You got to do your research. If you have a good description of what series they came from, what year
yeah,
that they came out. I have there's a page that you can go look them all up. And so I go to that and
yeah. I didn't want to do that. I was just like, you know what? I really wish I hadn't bought these. So it was just easier for me to do a lot and just flip it real quick. Because going through those individually, if you do try to calculate your value of your time, I would have lost money. So,
yeah, I definitely made
yeah.
well, next time Gail finds a big lot of Monster High that she doesn't want to list, contact SSK Promo 1 at gmail.com, or Hit me up on IG. We'll make a deal.
Okay.
You know what
Sure
I do?
enough.
I found some at the Salvation Army, and I took pictures and I texted my kid and I said, "Who is this?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Because they know all
I
of them.
can't do that.
But I've only ever bought and sold 2 because there was 2 dolls there that day. They told me the names. I looked them up. They were worth taking home. So, but I've never come across big bunches of them, and I know a lot of people have, but not me.
Yeah,
I only
you
got
wanna look
2.
for the ones that have like the full articulated joints, elbows, wrists,
Yeah,
knees,
those were the
hips,
2.
feet, all of that are because
I had a
the
girl and a
basic set
boy.
didn't really have they didn't have elbows or knees that articulated.
Yeah, but
And that
it's
was
nice
one
when
thing I
you
learned
can.
on YouTube. I saw somebody else had bought a lot of Monster High dolls. I would have never thought about that, and I was at that sale. There was a whole bag of them, and
Yeah, it was a
now I
The
lot
know
of
other
about
thing,
Monster High dolls.
my kids know a lot about anime, so like there was some anime. It was all in one day because I irritated the crap out of them. Um, but there was an anime doll, and then those 2 Monster High dolls. But I just kept taking pictures of stuff, going, "Who's this? Who's this?" And they were just like, "Stop." But I did make money on those because the little anime doll, because the stuff at my Salvation Army is like individually priced, but I swear they don't price toys above $2 like ever. Um, and that I know that stuffed animal sold for 20 because I really thought I was going to get 60 out of it, and I kept lowering it. But still, for like $2 and under to get 20 out of it was fine. It was so easy, to ship and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa says I paid $20 for a trunk full of random sign garage sale. Oh, from a random sign garage sale. Okay, got the older ponies. Oh,
Oh,
and Disney
nice.
vinyl fiction. Yeah, the ponies are great. Those are
Oh shoot.
so easy to identify all their little marks. Yeah.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay.
I threw a link in the chat there to the site that I use to look up the Monster High dolls.
Okay.
Once I kind of Google lens them and get exactly kind of who it is, then you can start, and it has them broken down by what year, what series, what that they came
That's
from.
crazy.
And I've really found every now and then if they're dressed different or something, it's hard to look them up. But maybe that'll be helpful. Lisa, you can use that. Look those up. Get them listed.
I think I'm losing my mind. I had a stack of postcards. Are they down in there? Oh, there they are. I was like, I just had those. That's crazy that somebody has taken, or some buddies have taken that much time to like catalog all that stuff,
Yes.
Ah, good resource for Lisa. Thank you. So I've taken to putting thank you notes in my whatnot boxes when I ship stuff out, but then I tape them up and forget to put it in. So I'm now untaping the box, putting the thank you note in.
I usually, yeah. If I forget, I used to do thank you notes. I didn't really see where it was helpful for the extra effort, but I
This
do
whatnot
plan.
group, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of feedback on that. Yeah, that's okay. It's just a little box, so it wasn't like a whole lot of tape. Now I have had to unpack, some priority mail large boxes to stick a note in those, but most of them I remember. I tell you what I am going to do though, and I bought myself a new Dymo printer because I have a box of free labels that somebody gave me, but they don't fit my Rolo because they're too skinny. So I bought a die. The Dymo only works on my old computer, which is like super annoying. But I'm gonna make a handwritten note, import it in there, and just have it printed out because it's the same message I put on most of the stuff, and then just sign my name in like real life.
Good idea.
That way I don't have to keep handwriting it, but at least it'll still be in my handwriting on the labels. Follow a crazy doll lady on YouTube called My World Hardcore Doll Collectors or series about them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't bought and sold, like there's a doll right there in that box. Yeah, that one. But I think that's the only doll I have listed right now. I tried not to buy them. Well, there's a Cabbage Patch. I lied. There's a Cabbage Patch in the garage.
I always feel odd at the yard sales and stuff when you show up and there's all these kids running around the toys, and there's me too, trying to reach in and grab the doll babies and the plush. And
speaking of feeling odd, and I don't know if these accounts are actually gentlemen or it's ladies and they're just shared account with their husband or whatever, but I ordered 3 bras this week from 3 different eBay stores, and 2 of them came with men's names on them in the return address. I was like, it didn't have the store name. It had the person's name. And so when you look at a store name, you don't know if it's coming from a guy or a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay,
that's what I always find when I'm at the yard sales and people, you come, oh, I don't know that we have, a lot of tools. We don't have a lot of tools or anything. Right. It's like, well, I just, they just assume because I'm a guy, I'm there looking for, and they're like, yes. I'm like, do you have any stuffed animals or any baby dolls?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's times that I'm looking through the tools and they're like, do you need something? And I'm like, nope, just looking.
Yeah.
So I mean, it goes both ways. Yeah, for sure. It is funny like that, that like applied thought of what we, who should be picking what up. And
yes.
But I mean, like if you watch YouTubers, there are plenty of guys that pick up pajamas and underwear and undergarments and things like that and do retail arbitrage and, even the bras like from the Goodwill. I've seen the guys pick them up and talk about the brands and things like that too. But I don't know, for some reason it just struck me as weird, like that a guy was sending me that, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean, they're all nice. They're all in good condition. I left them all positive feedback. Do you guys want to see my pile of things that I've been packing?
Oh, I was going to say, do you guys want to see my bra? That's what I thought you were going. I was like, wait a minute. It's a family show.
Like there and all the way over to there. It's actually the pile's going out into the kitchen now.
Congratulations, Erin. That's great.
Thanks. Most of the dolls are bought by men. Interesting. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so sick of packing orders right now, and I have to get it done today because I put it off for too long. And I've never had that feeling before, like I have too many orders.
How many days do you have to ship out a whatnot order?
It says 2 days, like please ship your items within 2 days. And I've taken extra days before and not had any notices or anything. So I guess they want you to send it out within 2 days, but I haven't gotten any flack for not doing it. I mean, you don't get paid until it gets shipped, so you really want to get it shipped.
Yeah, I think at some point they might get pretty serious about it, but
yeah, maybe if somebody complains. All right, let me find my next order here.
Yeah, on my eBay, I have like the 1 day handling. And any order that comes in before I've actually went to the post office gets shipped the same day. And I put that actually when I send out offers, items paid by like 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time will ship the same business day. And
Okay.
I think that helps entice people because they know it's going to go out, especially when I send out when my sale ends, like say on a Thursday and on a Sunday, all of the items that I have watchers on, I send offers to because the price goes back to normal and then I can send them an offer at whatever the sale price normally would have been. And I do that first thing in the morning. So people usually have a couple of hours to, oh, hey, I can still have this ship today if I buy it
Mm-hmm.
right now. And that seems to help as well.
Yeah, I mean, I only do mine Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless it's a holiday. So, but that sucks if they buy it Monday after I've gone to the post office. So,
Yes.
but that just means that I'm
Yeah.
still within my 2 days to mail it on Wednesday. So I have like a 2 day handling time, so I don't have to feel obligated to send it every day.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? I don't have a really good picture of that vase. Let me see if I can find one online.
Wow. So you cannot cancel whatnot orders?
You can.
Well, is it
Rosie's
Christy?
saying that
She's,
her
yeah,
item hasn't been shipped. It's been 3 weeks
they
and
won't.
she can't cancel it.
Yeah.
And whatnot won't let her cancel it.
I've had people cancel before I shipped it on me. So I don't know why they won't let you.
Okay, so as a seller, I have the option to cancel orders. Um,
Well, I know
I
the
guess
buyer that got my smartwatch canceled. So I know you can cancel at some point.
yeah, there's
Now, Jen is saying she was given the option to cancel after 1 week. Is that the seller able to cancel or the buyer? Was
well,
she
I
doing
will
that
tell
as
you,
the
like
buyer?
I
when
think
you
she's
go in
talking.
and look at your instructions as a seller, it tells you to look for cancellation requests before you ship items. So somewhere along the way, buyers have the option to cancel an order. So um, either the seller has already shipped the item or whatnot, you've just gotten a bad rep and you need to email them again. Support at whatnot.com. I would email them until they do
As a
something.
buyer, she said.
Yeah.
Huh.
As a buyer, she was given the option to cancel after a week. Okay. Yeah, Crystal, you probably just need to keep emailing them and say, hey, listen, we don't have this. Or go back to your credit card or debit, whatever you used to pay for it, and cancel it there.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
Go
But
directly
in
to
a
the
case
credit
like
card
this, like
company and
you got to have that option when, if the seller's not shipping what you ordered and it's 3 weeks and you can't cancel, having that option to go to your credit card company, this is where, it absolutely applies. If a buyer requests too many cancellations, the feature may be removed. Otherwise, should be able to. Might be a glitch. Yeah. And I've gotten really good response from any email that I've sent to seller support. Yeah. Or really support in general. I've emailed the general support and I've emailed seller support. Excuse me. But yeah, I would definitely contact them because, I mean, as far as customer service goes on a lot of these sites, like where Macari and other places where you have no option to get a hold of a person, Whatnot will email you back within 24 hours. Yeah, definitely worth sending them a message. Yeah. So that vase is by an artist called Gunnar Nyland. And I guess this is probably going to be the best way for me to show you. It's called the Hedgehog. I mean, like after you hear the word hedgehog, you know that it's, hang on, let me turn the brightness down. There we go. It definitely has like a, hedgehog vibe there. But this blue one is the one that I had. And then they come in different colors, but the blue one is incredibly rare, apparently.
Wow.
But if you, like, that would catch your eye, right? If you saw it somewhere. first of all, it was bright and it was highly textured. But then when I picked it up, it was so heavy for its size. Like you're like, okay, what's going on? Then you flip it over. It was very well marked on the bottom. It had the artist's name and the city, and it's made in Sweden. So it had the name of the city and the and Sweden marked in there. So they're very well marked if you ever come across one, but they stand out. Like they've got a vibe to them. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
that's
show you.
that's a, you know, I'm seeing that and you said, yeah, that really stands out. But you know, at a yard sale or a garage sale or thrift, wherever, I would just
Mhm.
walk on by that because that's not my thing. Which
Mhm.
I often think, you know, in a weekend of yard selling, how many hundreds or thousands of dollars
Yeah.
did you just leave sitting on tables because you don't know a
Right.
particular category? You know, when you have an eye for that, so when you're looking for that mentally, when you go to a
Right.
sale, you're go, oh, hey, look at this vase, let's look at the maker's mark or whatever. I just,
Yeah.
you know, and
Certain
you
decor
can't
and
look at
collectibles catch my
everything.
eye at this point. As Lisa says, I definitely picked. Yeah. First of all, it's bright. It's brighter than it looks like on the screen. It's almost indescribably bright, which is why it didn't work on my mantle where everything is kind of distressed. But I loved the color of it. So, but anyhow, that's why I picked it up. But yeah, if you ever flip one over, they're really well marked and easy to look up. So that's a good thing about them. Okay, I got
Yeah, I would think that would be a nightmare to dust.
right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
if I was gonna buy it for me, I'd be like, oh, I like that, but no.
Yeah, but nah.
Angry Otter Comics.
Hello, I haven't seen that name before. Welcome.
You know who that is? It's
No.
Michael.
Oh, Michael. Oh, yeah.
Nakoma Finds. Yeah.
Well, hello.
Oh. You got to follow him on Facebook or Instagram to keep up with these crazies. How's it going? What's new?
Well, good to meet you, Michael.
Michael. Yeah. You guys, if you saw my desk, oh my god, I know I've said that before, and like it just keeps getting worse. Like I'm supposed to, like I postponed my sale on Whatnot yesterday until like whenever, and I've still got I've been doing Sundays at 8, so I went ahead and scheduled that one. But then like I'm going to this pick today at 1, and I still haven't cleaned my desk or my room, but I'm going to get more stuff. I mean,
every day. Okay, today I'm just gonna clean up. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And then
I'm busy working.
I pick up stuff and I go, oh, that'll be easy to photograph. I should list that real quick. And then
Yeah.
there's the next thing in the pile and the next thing, and it's like now I'm in there photographing, and or I sit down, you know, I pull the box towards the chair and I sit down and I just start comping everything and doing drafts, and
yeah.
and nothing
Or
gets
I get
cleaned.
these notifications on here that Jen's Multiverse is having a t-shirt sale, and I gotta go watch. Yeah. Or, you know, I get the message that says, hey, do you want to come over and shop today? The sale's tomorrow. I'm working the sale tomorrow. So I'm going over to shop today and work tomorrow. What?
Hey, y'all.
Get my act together.
Can you do media? You can do media mail for audiobooks on CD, can't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I try to do calculated media mail, it tells me pick at least one valid shipping policy.
It depends on what category you have it listed in.
Mm-hmm.
It's
If it's not
listed.
listed in the proper category, it won't let you do media mail.
It's books and magazines, audiobooks.
That should
Yep.
that shouldn't allow you
Either
to choose them.
change. Well, you could just go by your label on pirate ship.
Yeah, that's I've had to do that before if something was listed and didn't give me
Well,
the
I mean,
media
I
mail
could, but
option.
I don't know why it would. I mean, why wouldn't it take it?
Well, if it won't let you. Any media that does not have advertisements, yeah, is shippable on media mail.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but I tried a different one too, and it's giving me the same problem.
Oh, the categories.
So,
Yeah, it's right.
Michael, how about like vintage comic books and stuff? I see Angry Otter Comics. I assume you sell comics because those books had advertisements in them. Can you still sell them and send them media mail?
I don't think comic books you can if there's advertisement.
Right. Not supposed to. Hang on, guys. Oh, I'm gonna mute this so I can crinkle some paper.
Okay. This is annoying.
Okay, it says comics are not media mail allowed, but a lot of people do.
Of course. Of course they do. I've seen stuff like big stuff on Facebook Marketplace that I'm looking for. I'm like, how is the shipping $4?
Yeah.
I know better than that. And who gets charged for that? Like, if you only pay for, like, at the end of the day, who's going to get the charge for that? Because someone from the post office is going to pick that up and be like, this is not first class mail. Yeah, I'm just trying to do calculated, though. But that's the only reason I don't want to use an alternative. Because I want eBay to know how much it's going to be.
Okay.
And plus, if I'm doing media mail, then I want them to know that's the method of delivery, which is slower delivery.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Calculated.
I'm having an avalanche here. If USPS finds out what it is, they
I'm
bill
having
the
a
shipper.
Pop-Tart. Oh, wait.
Okay, do you guys ever ship stuff in your old bubble wrap tubes?
Mm-mm.
So I put a letter opener and a Zippo lighter in here, and I stuffed it full of paper, and now I'm going to put it in a bubble mailer that's left over from Amazon. I'll find the right size here.
Yeah, I
Except
just
I had
used
an
a couple
avalanche, and they were all coming down at me at once.
of tubes
Oh
the
my
other day
God.
to ship out a wiffle ball bat.
Yeah. Did you stack all your tubes together from the bubble
Yeah,
wrap?
I put a couple of them together, and well, they were actually the tubes were from rolls of vinyl, like heat press vinyl. I have
Oh, yeah. Yep.
a vinyl cutter and all of that.
Heat transfer
Those
vinyl
tubes
cricket.
are
I
really
got one of
heavy
those.
duty.
So I just put my tube in here, and then I tape it shut. Oh, I got to write a note first. So my buyers on put it in magazine category. Oh, take it out of magazine category. That's why. Okay. No, the buyers over on Whatnot
But it
Love
says audiobooks, though. So is there books, magazines, books? So there's not an audiobook. Let's see. Yeah, the only audiobook option is under books and magazines. In fact, All the books are on books and magazines, aren't they?
But do you have it then under magazines, or do you have it just books and magazines and then audiobooks?
That's what I have it, books and magazines and then audiobooks.
Huh.
I mean, the only way to put a book category is choose books and magazines first.
Yeah. That's
Michael
odd.
says use the music category for CDs.
But it's not. I mean, would you look there if you were literally searching through categories?
I mean, I don't search by category, so I guess, I mean, I just look for what I'm looking for, you know?
Yeah. That's the same as
I
Right.
only narrow it down by category if there's something in two categories that's named the same thing and it's clouding up my results, you know?
Well, because if you do audiobooks, then you could put in the title, the author, all that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
So I guess I just can't do media mail.
Now, it told you, like, you could set up a rule for that, right?
Yeah, but it won't let me do media mail.
Do you use, what is that? Do you use store policies?
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to set one up then. A
I
shipping.
have one set up, but it will not let me choose media mail. Anything media mail
gosh.
delivery is coming back saying you need to pick a valid one.
Yeah, Michael's saying there, most people looking for an audiobook will search by title. Category isn't that important.
Yeah, but again, if I choose music, then it's going to ask me for, it's not going to have the author
Cameron?
and all that. So,
Well, if you search for that book right now, like, what category do other people have it in?
I'm doing
Like,
a
if you
lot.
wanted to if you wanted to sell similar listing.
I don't know right now. Hold on a second.
Hey, Cameron, welcome in. Are you at work? Oh, wait, what time is it there? 12, 11, 10, 9. Yeah, it's 9:17 there. Are we listing? Nah, Gail's listing. Ken and I are just jabbering.
Listed a thing. I was going to do some comps and stuff. Actually, I just came on to give the ladies grief about bailing on me last week after we set up this high profile challenge that, I mean, everybody on the internet was talking about, our motivational challenge. And then no show.
Hey, I had a good reason. We agreed I had a good reason, right?
You did, yes. But the story is funnier. The story is funnier if I give you grief about it. Oh, and I'm not going to mention your private pick if I happen to run you down on the podcast later.
Right? That would be too kind of you.
You know what, Kim? You ought to, well, it's not video. I guess it is video as well, but you could do those little stories like you're talking about, like, I'm going to clean up today, and then like an example of what we end up doing instead.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That'd be funny.
We can all relate to that.
If I made every video that ran through my head, I wouldn't have time for reselling.
Well,
I hear you.
I have plenty of time to resell because there's nothing coming out of my head on that. I'm getting dinged because I'm not.
You just came up with an idea. You could steal that idea and use it.
Yeah, steal your own idea.
Yeah. I'm not much of an actress. It had to be an indie film.
Let me go see what this gal.
I finally went and saw the new Top Gun movie yesterday. Speaking of movies.
Oh yeah?
I have not seen it. My husband wanted to. I don't know if he ever did.
Was it any good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've heard a lot of people say that they liked it a lot better than the first one, but I don't know. It was a very good movie. I have no complaints whatsoever. Action packed, good storyline, lots of enough reference to the original movie to follow along, and but you didn't have to see the original movie to follow along with it. Oh,
Okay.
is that a popcorn, melted popcorn Valentine's?
It
Nice.
is. I had 2 of those.
Sweet
What is
pickup.
it?
It's the melted popcorn plastic.
Oh.
They're like the vintage decorations.
Hmm.
Do you remember those textures?
Nope.
Yes.
So I've
Those
got
are
a
cool.
couple other pieces, but they're in worse. I don't know. They're in kind of bad condition. I'm going to offer them up eventually, but these Cupids were in really good shape. Now I can't remember how I shipped the other one. I must have had some sort of
I thought you were talking about this kind.
backing board on it. Oh, no, melted plastic popcorn. You know what's really frustrating about shipping stuff with Whatnot is that you can't use the flat rate packaging. You can use priority mail packaging, but you can't use flat rate packaging. Now, like,
Why would you do that?
You know, if Poshmark can negotiate that, I mean, come on.
Isn't your regular priority always going to be cheaper than the flat rate? Why would you use a flat rate box?
Well, not always. You know what I mean? When you've got glass, like what I send,
Okay.
a lot of times it's heavier and would work better in a flat rate or even
Gotcha.
a regional A. It's just, I've got all this packaging here that I have to watch what I use, whereas if I'm packing on eBay, I can just package it and then change, whatever needs changed.
Yeah.
I'm cheating the system, guys. I cut up a regional rate box and I'm going to stick it in an Amazon padded envelope.
All you need is somebody telling you.
Still paying priority.
So when I try to get
Okay.
a quote from your mail on Pirate Ship, it doesn't let me choose when I'm just trying to get a quote on cost. It doesn't let me choose media mail.
Isn't there a little tick box that says this qualifies for media mail? Like when you're setting up the stuff, there's a little thing, and then it'll show up in the options.
Yeah, no, not when you're trying to just get the rate.
Really?
So strange.
Yeah. It just lets you put in the dimension, zip code, and weight.
This roll of tape is done. Where's my eBay tape? Oh, yeah. If you have an eBay coupon, make sure you use it.
Well, that's right. It's time, huh?
Sorry about the noise. And make sure Cupid is safe in his illegal box.
So I'm just going to pretend I'm creating one. Qualifies for media mail, get rates. It wants the address. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, Jack Lane.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
Priority.
When I put in a zip code, I always put in 90210.
That's what I do too.
I actually, it's funny because I'm looking at Pirate Ship to see doing the rates just to kind of help you out, see if I could find it someplace else. And that's exactly the same zip code that I use.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I need to get the one like for Oregon or Seattle, Washington, one of those.
Yeah.
Because I had lost like, I don't know, $3 on shipping because someone up there bought it and it made a difference.
I have a list of some zip codes here. What I did back, I've just had it here for a while. I have one that is like whatever halfway is
Mm-hmm.
between me and California, and then one that is halfway between me and the halfway point, and then like one up towards Maine and one down in Florida. Just so if I do have to check rates when I'm doing because I do most everything flat rate.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can reference those really quick to find out, it kind of hits the 4 zones or how many 8 zones, whatever
Yeah.
there is.
Right.
Also. And so Lubbock, Texas is about halfway between me and.
No, I always do the furthest. I don't worry about it on smaller things. Anything over 2 pounds, I like to look at it.
There's Cameron's zip code in Oregon.
All right.
East Coast.
97301.
East Coast is 10036.
So Cameron, if you're doing since you're all the way out in Oregon, what zip code do you use if you're looking up East Coast? Just like New York, or did he say that already?
He didn't say. Oh, no, Michael's the one that put up the East Coast. Hey, Sal. Welcome in.
Sal's heavy hello, Sal.
Is Sal on the West Coast? Oh, Cameron uses Florida.
Well, yeah, because that's for you, far. I think where he
Florida's
is
not that much for us.
Yeah, but you're on the East Coast.
Right.
Well, mostly.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle, so.
Technically, I'm considered Midwest, but we're really east. We're on the eastern border of the Midwest.
Jersey. 08046. Okay, Lisa, can we also get your exact home address, phone number, and social security number?
Oh, gosh.
That would really help me.
There's a Jersey zip code for you.
See, Jersey would not register like a far location because I'm in Houston, so it's kind of like,
like I got to go away. New England is one of the lowest rates for me. From Pennsylvania over, it's all the same for me.
Yeah, Texas to be more centrally located would be.
Yeah. Do you notice that, Ken? That anything from here over to the East Coast is all about the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I get into those things with my flat rate shipping. It's a win some lose some scenario. Yeah. And some days you hit that streak 3 or 4 days in a row where, okay, doesn't anybody in Pennsylvania or Indiana want to buy anything? It's always California, Arizona, it's come on.
Especially if it's a flat rate. I get California a lot. Yeah. So. Or the California folks send me the lowest offers. It's like they're trying to get free shipping.
Yeah.
I've got this purse that somebody sent me an offer on July 4th and still sitting there waiting to get paid. That's kind of
well, annoying. That was just 2 days ago, I guess. They got 4.
I accepted the offer within like 30 minutes of them sending it.
I know. Did you send them a reminder?
No, eBay sends reminders.
I've sold the same hat recently, twice. Buyer sent. Okay, so here's another story. When I list my stuff, and I'm always listing at higher price, so it automatically goes on sale. Mm-hmm. But it takes a little bit for eBay to catch up that item to know that it's supposed to be a sale. Every now and then you'll get somebody that will buy something right after you list it before it actually goes on sale, which is great because I actually make more money. Right. but I listed this hat and somebody sent me an offer like 10 minutes after I listed it. And I accepted the offer, and then they just don't pay. I don't understand why you would send out an offer on an item. And so I had to
Now,
wait 4 days. I canceled the order. I canceled it. I had it relist, and within 30 minutes I had somebody else make me an offer on it, and I was like, "Okay, that's great." And so I accepted that offer, and same thing. I always send out like a reminder the next day
Yeah, me
if they
too.
haven't paid, and then when it gets about the third day or four, I'll send an invoice, and then I'll just cancel it. But the person texted me back or messaged me back and says, please wait for my payment. Like, how long do you expect that will be?
that's a
Be
drop
2
shipper.
days. It's like, okay, 2 days, that's fine. I don't mind. So canceled again, relisted, but I upped the price on it quite a bit because I figure if two people hit me up that quick
Yeah.
after it was listed, I know it's a $85 hat is, so I listed
Sounds
it
like drop shippers.
higher.
Now, I will tell you, I have sent, I was buying all those bras. So I was sending offers to people. And when I sent offers, it made me confirm my payment, how I was going to pay, and it deducted it automatically. So I'm in that, whatever beta test that they're doing for people that send an offer that have to pay.
Yeah, I got an
I have
offer the other day that I
of all
did
the
not
people that
accept.
have to have that setting, like, why is it me? Like, I have always paid for everything.
Yeah, so I got an offer the other day that I accepted, or not accepted, but I got it. And I was going to decline it or countered, and it said on there, this buyer has submitted payment information, so you will get paid immediately. So
Mhm.
they're letting you know if they were required to fill in their banking information first. So at least
Yep.
on those, okay, that one is going to be an immediate pay, which was kind of nice. I just wish they would just do it for everybody and be done with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Now,
why are
at
we
one
so
time,
sensitive?
I had heard that there was, okay, if someone sends you an offer and you accept it, they have 4 days to pay.
They
If
That's
do.
you
the
send,
current situation.
yeah, if you send them an offer and they accept it, they have to pay immediately.
It's the
Oh,
other way
yeah.
around. The immediate pay right now is in beta because that's what I just did. When I sent offers on those
Yeah,
pieces, it said confirm your payment information. This will be
yeah.
deducted immediately if accepted.
But I'm
Yeah, but I
saying,
don't I don't know that it is necessarily based on whether you get an offer or send an
I don't think
offer.
it. Oh,
I
because I
mean,
had heard folks talking before that, like, let's say somebody sent you an offer, whatever, $50. They sent you an offer. You can send them back a counter offer for like
mm-hmm.
$49.99. Okay. So if they accept that offer, they had to pay immediately, where if you accepted their offer, they had 4 days to pay. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's true or not.
It
yeah, I
may
don't
be in
know.
some cases, but I mean, like I said, they're just testing. It
Yeah.
still didn't go
It,
through
I,
immediately. Yeah,
and I
they're
don't
still
even know
just
why
testing
that's
it out.
still, why you would give somebody, why it's even an enhancement or something that they have to
Right.
do. It only seems logical that if somebody is going to buy, if they click to commit to buy, I mean, it says when you go to buy something,
Yeah.
by accepting this or doing, it's a legally binding contract.
Yes.
I can't go to Walmart and go, you know what, I'm going to take this stuff home and I'll be back in 4 days and pay you for it. Of course, they don't have the items. You're not shipping them until it's paid, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I mean, just like,
Agree.
but if you think
it
back to the days when we had layaway, if you had layaway, you had to leave the stuff there until it was paid for. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, what it does is it takes us this hat that I listed, that's an $80 hat,
Mm-hmm.
and 8 days
Mm-hmm.
it's been off the market
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
is the problem. And I know that seen that in the past that people say, other sellers but this is it's a rare hat. There's not many out there. There's not many sold. And, to get those offers right away. And it's like, I just lost all that
Yes.
time that somebody else that legitimately wanted it would have bought it. Frustrating.
Yeah. So
I hate
the alternative is that you could do, and I've seen people do this. You could just say, decline it, but say, I will accept your offer. I will lower the price to your offered amount and then accept it. And then you can purchase it. And that way it does require immediate payment. And then
I
if
see.
someone
Yeah.
else snags it, that's okay. You were going to sell it for that anyway, right?
Yeah.
Just be like, but you got to hurry. Because like if they're, mess around and then they walk off somewhere, someone else buys it, that's on them, right? That's the only way really to avoid it is if you just say, I will accept your offer. So, however, instead of accepting offer here, I'll just adjust the price so you can buy it now.
Yeah.
I've done that before when it's shady, when I feel like it's zero, when you think maybe they're not going to pay because they have no views or no reviews or anything. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this flaw in my character where I just think everybody's a good person and that they're going to be on the up and up. And,
yeah.
Well,
I
okay.
don't get sucked in a lot. I'm smart about it, but, well, actually one of the best customers I ever worked with was a zero feedback customer that had just joined eBay that day and bought a real high dollar item.
Mm-hmm.
They paid real quick right after they ordered it. Good communication. As soon as you see that zero feedback on an item that you just listed, and it was great. The transaction, they were excited. They left me feedback and a personal message. And so it's like, well, right after that, it's like, well, okay, I will.
Well, like on Whatnot, I mean, it literally charges your credit card on the screen. Like it tells me buyer has
Yes.
paid, right? So I get the
Yes.
one buyer where it says payment has failed. And I said, okay, I'm going to list this for you as a buy it now. It's going to be available for you to purchase. And they never come back and purchase it. And that was like my top dollar item for that sale. It was so frustrating. What I should have done was say, hey, sorry, I'm going to rerun this. But this person had bought like 5 or 6 other beads, and I thought, oh well, they'll want this one too, and they'll come back
Yes.
and buy it. They never did. That's where you get frustrated because those policies are in place where yes, I can see that this payment didn't go through, but I thought better of the person than I should have. That's frustrating.
That's why I'm going to have a policy now I'm going to hate everyone. I'm going to hate everyone except for you two and the other 10 people in the chat. I love all of you people. Everybody else outside of my voice, I do not like you.
No, but you can say that like if you got screwed on that first round of the hat, if you got another one that was right away, you could be like, you know what, let's avoid this again just in case. And then do it in that instance. You don't have to do it. Like I don't do it on everyone, but there's sometimes I get a run of just people that won't pay. And it, when it happens, that's when I'm like, no, that's when I'll do it. But only when I'm kind of like, feel like every time I accept an offer, they're not paying.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ken hates you. I hate people. Like that's what me and my husband say. Oh, I just hate people.
You better watch out, Paul. Actually, I'm not sure what's worse, me hating you or being your friend.
Interesting.
We like friends. We like friends.
Okay, I think
All
I
right,
have most of these. Most of these comped. I gotta go take photographs of those next.
I got 3 listed now.
So hate me all you want. Go ahead. I dare you.
Like I say, character flaw in me. Just thinks everybody's a good person.
Yeah.
Can't we all just get along?
I know. Can't we all just do what we're supposed to do? Dang it. Never happen. It'll never happen.
I swear I created this draft that is now gone.
You're what?
I created this draft and it's not there, so it's just great.
I have this PlayStation 2 that I bought and tested it to make sure it worked and everything, and it works good. And I don't have it listed yet, but I'm afraid to because I keep finding PlayStation games at yard sales, and I have nothing to test them on.
Oh yeah.
I think it'll sell pretty quick.
Your last console?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to test a game.
Well,
put it in and see if it works.
I was very disciplined in this last stack of games to just, put the disc in. If I get to the main title screen, I consider that to be working. Because normally video game testing day is video game playing day. It's like, you just have to see if it works, Ken. You don't have to beat the whole level.
Yes, you do.
And you could even put in the description, really cool game. I couldn't put it away. Was new, now used.
I should just put in my high score in the description and say, if you can beat me, I'll give you the game for free.
Send me a screenshot.
Man, you got to be playing that for a while.
All right, been so busy chatting. I got this stuff packed up and then I never weighed and measured it. So Whatnot is backwards, like you weigh and measure everything afterwards. But you put in like an estimate of the weight of the item. Oh, is Jen still here? Jen, are you still here?
Attention, Jen's multiverse. Please respond.
When you hand it to your kid and say, test it. Yes.
Jen to aisle 10. Jen to aisle 10.
Customer service needed.
Okay,
oh, man. See, that would suck if Jen's not in the chat. That means I'd have to, hate her. And I really like Jen.
Why would you have to? Okay,
come
never
on,
mind.
Jen. Because remember, he only was liking the 10 people that were here.
Jen is great. She's fun.
$12.45.
And she has brightly colored hair.
And lips.
Yes.
And lips, yes.
So Jen had a conversation with the folks over at Whatnot about this shipping. And they told her that you should be estimating the shipping plus the packaging when you start your auction. My problem is when I did my onboarding, I asked very specifically, I said, do I put in the weight of the item or the weight of the item plus packaging? And I was told just to put in the weight of the item. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a conundrum there. Like, wait a second, which is right? And if you go to their policies, there's no policy on it. So
yeah, I personally think it would have to include the packaging, and you were misinformed, because when you go in and update the actual packaging, if you don't or weight and you don't include it, then the packaging it's going to weigh more, right? Well, it may be bigger.
Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't because of the way that I sell things. But yeah,
it can, and they say that eventually you'll get dinged if you're doing it. Like if you're always doing less weight and it ends up being more, they're going to get on you about it at some point.
Actually,
I'm not saying now because they don't care now.
Oh, cool.
No. Cameron. What it is they want you to make sure you update the shipping before you print the label. That's where they were having problems. So like I can say an item weighs 8 ounces, right? And then once I package it, it weighs like 15. And I can update that label and then ship it and be just fine. What they weren't liking was that people were just printing the label as they had entered it, and then they were getting chargebacks.
So wait,
So
you're saying that they will be cool now and forever if you say it's 8, but it's always a pound.
That's what I've been told.
It just doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, personally, I would consider what packaging would be when I list it. But also remember, they told me everyone was being charged $1 for every package afterwards, and they aren't. They weren't at the
Yeah.
time that I did the onboarding, and they still, evidence as I bought something showed that that was not true either. So the people
Right.
that are doing the onboarding don't even know. So Cameron, good luck with that.
Lisa, Whatnot is eating the extra. Whatnot is getting billed. They're not going back and billing the buyers.
Yeah.
They're only billing the buyers what I put in initially. And so whatever additional charges are on there, they're having to pay for it.
Yeah, I can
Which is why I
imagine
never
then why
understood
they're.
why they didn't want me to add in an estimate for packaging.
Yeah, and that's right now, but I don't see that. What is, they're constantly growing, but the bigger they get, they're not going to be able to sustain themselves if they keep doing it. So
Right.
the handling time, if people keep canceling orders because people aren't getting them out in time, like all that stuff, they're going to crack down on it at some point. So,
Well,
should we do like clean up our office live one day? Like, anybody want to do that? Like where we don't do any work, but we actually literally clean.
I'm gonna hang the camera up there so y'all can see what I'm doing down here.
I would do that.
Okay.
That would be fun, right?
And Aaron, yeah, because we obviously all need to do it. If you don't, okay, you're the unicorn that sparks rainbows, but most of us are in a hot mess of some sort. So I'm going to clean up a little bit after this, but if anybody wants to schedule one and get on it, and no judgment zone, it doesn't have to be a live. It could be a work, like a hangout.
Well, I was going to say the thing about being live is that, none of us would have to worry about getting, punked the next week when no show,
True.
It's like, oh, look how sparkling this office is. But now I have nobody to show it to because Aaron didn't show up that week. And so live, at least you'd have proof.
Live would be better, huh?
Lisa, it does seem like they are charging postal office rates and not passing on discounted rates. So their shipping all goes through Shippo, which, it's kind of like a pirate ship, but it's called Shippo. So, guys, I got a private pick to go to.
You said you were going to be there until 1.
It's at 1. I got to get there.
Oh, you said you had to leave at 1. So
it's at 1. I mean, I got a few minutes. It'll just take me a few minutes to.
Okay. Do we want to schedule our live clean up our office day thing?
Are we going to do it live or are we going to do it in the background?
I can do either. Background, no judgment. Live.
I mean, you could do it as just like a before and after photo. Here it is now.
That's no fun.
No,
like
the point of doing it with us on it is because it's motivation for us to do it like while someone's there. Like you're cleaning, I'm cleaning. It's easier. Mm-hmm. So, but if you don't want to,
I need to do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Oh no, I'm working the estate sale tomorrow.
What time? Oh, all day probably, huh?
Yeah, 9. I think it's like 9 to 3.
Lisa's in.
Okay, Lisa.
Whenever you're live and cleaning, I will jump on and.
He's not committing. Got it. Okay. How about Friday? Anyone? Anytime Friday someone can do or no?
Not
I
Friday.
can do Friday.
Friday
Ken's going garage sailing.
Well, that's not all day, right?
Not all day, no.
Okay. So
yeah, I do need to clean up my office, and that would be good motivation, but it's hard to commit to another time.
Gail, do you want to aim for Friday at 11?
Sounds good.
11 mine, 10 years.
11 your time?
Yeah.
Okay.
10
Central. 11 Eastern Friday. And it'll be called Clean Our Office. Resellers clean their office. Watch.
Do you want to do it here or on your channel?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll post on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch Aaron's Instagram because mine's like non-existent.
Well, it'll show up. We'll get a post up on. I can do community stuff on mine now. You can do community posts, can't you?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or I can post a short or something. We'll post. We'll make sure y'all know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and if you're not, like Ken, like if you're not around, okay, but if you are, and we'll put the link if you want to jump in. Yeah, heavy cleaning time. So we'll
Yes.
see that Friday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central.
Okay.
That'll be our motivation, and we won't judge anybody. We'll just
No judgment.
talk while we physically clean this up, and don't do any reselling. We just clean it up. So no distractions like, oh, this is little and small. I'm going to list it real quick.
Have a good day, Sal.
All right, guys. So
All right.
good luck.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Absolutely.
Try not to run you down too hard on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. New
Yeah,
episode every Monday. How about
Stay
that?
tuned for the roasting of Aaron.
All right.
All right.
See ya. Have a good afternoon.
See you guys.